goody! Look at that! I got an email from the ACLU. The ACLU asks, will Obama break his promise? Now, while I don't know what the issue they're asking about is, the answer's probably yes. Why is that? Well, it's because this is the top story on Yahoo News. Now, what does dancing kittens have to do with Obama breaking his promises? Well, Yahoo puts out stories that they think the majority of Americans will read. What I'm saying is, you're fucking stupid, America. Seriously, you vote for candidates without knowing anything about any of the policies that they bring to the table. With the miracle of the internet, it should be easier than ever for you to go to the candidates' web pages, download the PDF files for the real-life policy papers, and read them. Now, unlike 99% of the voting population, I actually took 5 minutes out of one of my days back in 2007 to download and read all the policy papers for all the Democratic Party candidates, including Barack Obama. And I did it again during the general election. After reading those policy position papers, I actually took 10 minutes to think about what they meant. He supports education and jobs creation? What the fuck is that supposed to mean? What is he going to do to create jobs and educate children? That's not a policy position. That's just a vague and meaningless crock of bullshit. So no, I'm actually not surprised at all that he's been breaking all sorts of campaign promises, because most of those promises weren't actually promises to do anything in particular. So okay, ACLU, hit me with it. What are the Democrats fucking up this time? Well, what that email's actually about is that Obama said that he was going to try Khalid Sheikh Mohammed in the American criminal justice system in the city of New York City. But instead he's caving to the demands of the Republican Party. That's right, he's caving to the party that got the least number of votes in the last presidential election, and that holds the least number of seats in the Senate and House both. He's caving to the demands of a political party that lost control of 2 out of 3 branches of government when we were all so sick and tired of putting up with their fear-mongering bullshit. Fear-mongering bullshit exactly like the stuff that Obama is caving into right now. So, like a typical Democrat, he's showing absolutely no spine whatsoever. And in addition to moving the trial out of New York City, he's also considering the possibility of moving it to a kangaroo court. A military tribunal. So that Khalid Sheikh Mohammed can be tried as a enemy combatant. Which, if you've been paying any attention at all to how your government is run, you would know that this is the very same legal black hole that betrays the very foundations of American society that George W. Bush and John Yoo worked so hard on creating. Yes, it's true. Khalid Sheikh Mohammed cannot be tried in an American criminal court. Wait a minute, I thought America was the best country on the planet. How come our justice system can't handle somebody like Khalid Sheikh Mohammed? Well, I'm glad you asked that. Apparently, the American way of life is so fragile it can't be exposed to people like Khalid Sheikh Mohammed or it'll completely crumble. Also, our structures of power are so impotent and flaccid that we need to abandon everything we stand for in order to fight the terrorists. Bring them up on charges. Wait, what? So how come nobody in Congress has any confidence in the American legal justice system? If the dude's guilty, then our legal system should find him guilty. I mean, hell, if he's innocent, our legal system will probably find him guilty. So why do we have to abandon our rule of law for a trial system that assumes guilt before innocence? Maybe it's because most of the evidence against him is not admissible in a court of law, because it was acquired while the subject was under duress. Duress here meaning being tortured. Alright, back to you now, progressives. Alright, now clearly this is not the first time that Obama has thrown progressives under the bus when it came to an important issue that got him elected. Like warrantless wiretapping, or the USA Patriot Act, or the war in Iraq, or the war in Afghanistan, or universal health care, and the list goes on. So, is Obama betraying his progressive base? I'm sorry, progressive base of the Democratic Party, you must have assumed that he gave a shit about you. Now, I'm talking specifically to all of you assholes in the Get Pfizer Right Obama camp. Yes, I'm talking to all you people who thought that changing your Facebook profile picture was going to change Obama's mind. Obama, who then didn't listen to you and went ahead and changed the wiretapping rules anyway. Obama, for whom then, after he didn't listen to you, you all voted for anyways. Now see, Obama, Rahm Emanuel, and the DNC at large do not give a fuck about you. This is because they own you. Really, where the fuck else are you going to go? The Green Party? The Socialist Party? Don't make me laugh. You haven't got the spine. The Democratic Party owns you, and it owns your vote. So they feel free to act like it. Nancy Pelosi knows this. Harry Reid knows this. They all know this. The DNC is like an abusive spouse that knows you have no place else to go. You let them live in a house that you own, and you feel that you need them, and they seem so much better than the last partner you had. So you stand by their side, and they keep kicking you in the teeth, and you keep catching them cheating on you. You walk into your own home only to find them in bed with the lobbyists, and yet you still hold on to hope thinking that things will get better down the road. And then election time comes around and they sweet talk you. They try to get you back into bed with them. They talk about how it's all going to be different this time. They aren't going to cheat on you anymore. They'll be there whenever you need them. They'll really listen to you this time. And like a sucker, you fall for it every fucking time. Just watch. Come 2012, Obama will be up for re-election again. And the GOP is going to nominate some batshit crazy asshole, who will make Obama, by comparison, seem like the good guy. And you know who you won't see? The Green Party candidate. The Libertarian candidate. Independent candidates like Ralph Nader. And so what are you going to do? Well, progressives, here's what you're going to do. You're going to vote for him again. And the Democrats are going to keep kicking your ass around, and you're going to take it too, because you're a good little bitch who keeps your head down and doesn't speak out of turn. Okay, maybe that's not true. Maybe you're one of the Americans who doesn't even understand how their own government works. Maybe you aren't even aware that there are other parties outside of the Democrats and the Republicans, because those are the only two parties you ever see on TV. Maybe you watch the theatric sham that the news calls election coverage and get lost in all the glitter and glam and vacuous personality-based stories. I don't like his haircut. He seems like he'd be nice to have a beer with. Sarah Palin has so much spunk. Obama has cute dimples. Maybe with all this blaring nonsense, this vacuous, issue-free coverage of the neck-and-neck horse race between two corporate-anointed candidates, maybe you're fooled into thinking all the glitter and glam for the cameras is real life. Or maybe you're just dumb.